Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Gauranita, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Hrigo, 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 Jai Shri Ram, Krishna Jaganath, Sundara, Jaganath, Sri Prabhupada ki, Jai Goswami. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Janandana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Yadati Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagapate Gopisa Gopika Radha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sukade Pranamami Haripriye Vanjakalpatariyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhagavata Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Jaganath Baladev Subhadra ki. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to express my heartfelt joy again for coming to ISCKON Scarborough. I think it's my second or third visit. Who remembers? Yeah, third, yes, you're right. So this is my third visit here to ISCKON Scarborough, and also my 30 years visit to Canada. And today we're going to be speaking on Jaganath Katha, right? You know about it? Okay, it's written in the poster. We'll be celebrating Jaganath Festival. When is that? August 19. Almost less than 1 month, right? Why? Here itself? In Scarborough? In the park? Okay. Padmanayan Prabhu has also been coming here. You also visited, right? This place? We've given classes. Right. So we're asked to speak on Jaganath Katha. Jaganath Swami ki. Jaganath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. So Lord Jaganath, the very, very merciful Lord, Lord of the universe, you know, normally to have darshan of the Lord, one has to go to the temple. It's like when somebody is sick, he has to go to see the doctor. But when someone is extremely sick, the doctor comes home. No? So this is Jaganath. Because in the Kali Yuga, we have people who are sick. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, that's our disease. So then the doctor comes home. The Lord comes to give his darshan to the people. He leave the temple, going out to give darshan. Because people are very lazy in Kali Yuga. They don't want to go. Just like Ramachandra also. Overnight there was a conspiracy, right? Overnight everything was changed. He was supposed to be coronated. Overnight everything was changed and he was sent to the forest. Why? Because he also wanted to go to the forest and give his darshan to his devotees. All kinds of devotees. He went to the birds, the animals, to the sadhus, the human being, to everyone, to give his darshan. And Sabri Mata, Sabri, you know Sabri, right? Sabri was in the forest, serving in the forest, and his Guru Matanga Rishi wanted, he was leaving the body, and she said, I also want to go with you, Gurudev. And Gurudev Matanga Rishi said, no, you stay here. One day, Lord Ramachandra will come in the forest and give his darshan. One day, you don't say which date. So one day he will come. And with that hope, Sabri Mata was waiting in the forest. for Lord Ramachandra to come. And believing in the words of Gurudev, whose faithful faith, Gurudeva said, Lord Ramachandra will come and give his darshan. And having full faith in the words of Gurudev, was waiting for Lord Ramachandra to come. And then she was also going to the forest to pick these fruits, bear fruit, to offer to Ram. So this is happening also with the Lord Ramachandra. He actually went out and to give his darshan on the pretext of being banished to the forest. Give his darshan to the people. Very merciful Lord. Jaganath also, Lord of the universe, and Jaganath goes out to give his darshan to the people. In fact, it is said that Jaganath has also kind of trajectory, journey like a human being. And it's a deity for Kali Yuga, yes. For Satya Yuga, you have Badrinath in the north. Treta Yuga is south, Rameshwaram, Ramachandra. And western side is Dwarka, that is Krishna. And eastern side is Jaganath Puri. North, south, east, west. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, Kali Yuga. And the eastern side, it is Jagannath Puri. Jaganath. The deity is Jaganath. Why? Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, when he took sannyas, he was residing in Jaganath Puri. That's why Jaganath Puri is the dham for Kali Yuga worship. And he take birth, just like human being take birth. Jaganath also's birth is Snan Yatra. One will do Snan Yatra. You've done that here already? Not yet. So Snan Yatra is the birth of Jaganath. That's birthday celebration. And also Jaganath get old, right? After 12 years in Jagannath Puri, they changed the body. They put new deity. This is carving. And carving of the deities is a big celebration. It's just not carving. Before going to cut the wood, there is big ceremony. And it has to be special wood, having the markings of the 4 markings of Lord Vishnu. What are they? Chakra, Padma, Shankha, and club. Gada. The branches, tree have to have these markings. And then they will cut that wood. Before cutting, there is big ceremony, ritual. And they'll bring that wood to make the deity. And the older one is buried. Just like human also is buried. And just like we also get sick, Jagannath also become, after Snan Yatra, get cold, right? And then he's put on clothes for 2 weeks, no darshan. And that's also Leela, no darshan for 2 weeks. Confinement is confined for 2 weeks because he is now sick after taking a shower. This Snan, got fever. And pujaris will be serving Jagannath closed door and giving diet, food, also medicine, and some hot ginger tea, So this is a pastime because the Lord never gets sick, but just to increase to increase the love for his devotees. Now devotees becoming eager now. Closed, curtain is closed for 2 weeks, no darshan. Right? The devotees become eager, want to see, where is Jaganath? Oh my Lord, Lord of the universe, please be visible unto me. Who does this kind of pastime? Because in also our system we practices love in separation, viraha bhav, viraha. The whole concept of this Jaganath is viraha. You know viraha? Love in separation. Love in separation is higher than love in union. When someone is far away, your love increases more. You see, when Krishna was doing his Rasa Leela, and at one point the gopis became proud. And why proud? Because they were thinking, oh, Krishna is with me, Krishna is with us. We are great. This is pride. So to shatter this pride, Krishna disappeared from the scene. Now you may ask the question, how is it the gopis, they have pride? How did they become proud? They are the highest devotees. How can they become proud? But it's explained that this is not really pride, because they don't have pride. It is the making of the Lila Shakti. Lila Shakti is doing that, to make them proud. Why? So that Krishna will disappear and ultimately to increase the love for him, the eagerness for him. That's why he just disappeared. To increase the love for him. The Gopi, they never become proud. There's no question of pride. But it was made by Lila Shakti, so that they'll become proud, and then Krishna will leave them and go, and that will increase their love. That's what happened when Krishna disappeared in the forest. They were looking for Krishna. They were talking to the trees, right? Have you seen our Krishna? They were talking to the peacock, a peacock G. Do you know where is our Krishna? Who else they were talking to? They were talking to the Mother Earth. Oh, Krishna is standing upon you now. Please, you can tell us where's Krishna. They were talking to everyone, everything. Not only human, animal also. If somebody see you tomorrow, you're speaking to the trees. What are you thinking about you? If somebody see you, you're talking to the trees tomorrow. Pagal ho gaya na? You think he has become pagal. And that's what happened to them. You know? Because they're looking, where's Krishna? Where's Krishna? Where's my Krishna? Searching for him everywhere. And this is what happened to Uddhava. Krishna had sent Uddhava to pacify the gopis. Uddhava, he was devotee, his highest devotee, but one step below the gopis. He's the greatest devotee, Uddhava. But he's one step below the gopis. He's a great devotee, yes. But from Dwarka. So Krishna has told him, you go, pacify them. You're a great devotee. You can pacify them. So when Uddhava came to Vrindavan, Braj Dham, to pacify them with philosophy, right? Uddhava has some kind of tinge of jnani. He's not a jnani. He's a great bhakta. But some influence of jnana is there in Uddhava, right? So but he's not a jnani, he's also devotee. And he came to Vrindavan seeing the condition of the gopis. They were lamenting, they were talking to the trees, to the bees, talking to the bumblebee, Radharani especially, you know. And he understood the love, you know, because they don't want anything. Buddha was trying to pacify them, his philosophy. Don't worry, tolerate, you're not this body, you know, your spirit soul. See, the gopis, they don't want all this philosophy. What they want their Krishna. They want to see their Krishna. He was defeated, Uddhava. You know, Uddhava was defeated. He had to come back with his philosophy, seeing the love. Now, why Krishna sent Uddhava there? Krishna wanted to also to show Uddhava. Because Uddhava, the Yadavas from Dwarka, the Yadavas, they may also be thinking, they may also become proud that we are the greatest devotee because Krishna is living with us. Krishna is in Dwarka, so we are greatest devotee. They might also be thinking like that. Pride, kind of pride. But Krishna is giving warning. Send Uddhava to Vrindavan to see the love of the Brishvasis. How high, you know, warning to Uddhava. See, look at them. You think that you're the greatest devotee. Look at them. Because Uddhava was defeated. So this is how the Lord would do that. Many times he would smash our pride. He smashes the pride of Indradev, right? He was also proud because of position. He's trying to destroy Vrindavan, you know, of his position. Name, fame, glory, all same story. It also smashes the pride of Brahmaji. Brahmaji stole the cows and the calves, no, and covered points. He was trying to allure Krishna. Brahmaji was trying to allure Krishna. But in so doing, he was himself bewildered. He was trying to bewilder Krishna, but in so doing, he was himself bewildered. He's trying to use his mystic power to bewilder Krishna, to put Krishna in Maya. But he himself was bewildered. That's why mystic power we don't use. Anybody using mystic power, that mystic power will bewilder himself. Brahmaji got bewildered by his own mystic power. At one point, your mystic power will be saying, oh, I've done this, maybe I'm God. You'll be thinking like that. People will start telling you, you are God. And then that will bewilder yourself. So, at the end, Brahmaji, he said, now he's come back to his senses. You know, he said, one who is not Krishna conscious, his wealth is as good as chore. His own wealth will become his own thief, chore. His house will be compared to be like a prison house. His family members, what do you call it? A chain? Hatkari? Handcuffed. Yes. He said, one who is not Krishna conscious, his wealth would be like thieves. Sure. His house will be transformed like a prison. And his family members will be like handcuffed, a chain, binding someone in jail. How is the wealth becomes like thieves? Because thieves, what they do, they steal your possession. No? So that wealth will steal our intelligence, preventing us to practice Krishna consciousness. Our own intelligence will steal away our wealth. This is amazing because normally thieves, they steal others' property, right? They don't steal their own. Thieves, they steal others' property. But this one is saying, this thief is stealing his own, this person is stealing his own property, his own wealth. He's stealing our Krishna consciousness. Our senses, Prabhupada said, the senses are like highway robbers. Our senses are like highway robbers. Stealing your own property, stealing your Krishna consciousness, prevent you from practicing Krishna consciousness. Your own senses, the mind, the senses, the eyes, the nose, the ears, they all prevent you, stealing away your wealth. No, don't go to temple, don't chant Hare Krishna, go there. That's how one's property is being stolen. Dr. Thakur also speaks about that. Taking one's away. This is amazing. Dr. Thakur is saying, this is amazing. Ascharya. You know, Gita also speaks about amazing, what is amazing about the soul. Some speaks about the soul as amazing. Some look at it as amazing. Some describe it about amazing. Bhakti Thakur speaks about amazing. He said, what is amazing in this world is when my body will drop dead. And this body will become the sport field for jackals and dogs. And they will be delighted, big eyes, and then they will have a feast upon my body. Bhakti Thakur is saying. He said, when my body will drop dead, the dogs and jackals will be delighted, and they will have a big feast upon my body. And then he said, what is amazing? Just because some people must say, okay, I know I will die, but I'm working very hard for my family. This is for their future. But Bhakti Thakur is saying, but what is amazing, any relative, anything belongs to you, they will also have the same destination like I had. They will also have the same. Their body also will drop there and will become delighted. The jackals and dogs will be having a feast on the body. Yeah, when the body is buried, what happens? They become the property of the ants, the worms. You know? You think it's mine. A child, friends thinking this body is mine. Mother is thinking, no, this body is mine. When he's married, wife is thinking, this body is mine. You know, when he's working in the police department, police know this body is ours. But when he's dead, the ants, the worms are saying, no, this body belongs to us. So, of course, Yudhishthira Maharaj also, ahani bhutani gachanti Himalayam. What is the most amazing is many people are dying every day. But we are thinking, we're not going to die. Himalayam, gachanti Himalayam, ahani bhutani. Every day people are going to hell. But he's thinking, how to die? How is there longer? Hell will be forever. No, his body is fully finished. Ram Nam, Ram Nam is only one thing which is real, only the name. Absolute truth, the name of God. Nothing is real, only the names of God. So, this is why Lord Jaganath, he comes to explain that anybody, Padmanabhan Prabhu was telling yesterday, anyone who touched the chariot, hold the rope, sing the deity, and hearing the kirtan and being touched by the dust raised by the chariot wheel and hearing the sounds of the chariot wheel. Let's make a sound normally. Jaganath, they say, big chariot wheel there. One will not take birth again. One will not take birth in the womb. The one will come back into the womb. So, very merciful. Having darshan, deity, honoring the prasadam distributed, hearing the mantras, the kirtan being sung by the devotees, pulling the rope, being touched by the dust raised by the wheel, and hearing the sound of the wheel. So beneficial. One does not take birth again in this world. And this chariot is being pulled by the rope. And that rope, what kind of rope is it? That's the ropes of devotion. This life of Kartik, Mother Yashoda is binding Krishna, right? Can we bind Krishna? Can we bind the Lord? You see, the rope is limited and the load is unlimited, right? So how can you bind the unlimited with a limited rope? Is it possible? No. Rope is unlimited. So rope is limited. Maybe 5 meters, 10 meters, 100 meters. But still it is. But load it is unlimited. Advaitam Achyutam Anadam Anadim Ananta Rupam. Load is unlimited. So how can we bind load with a limited rope? Not possible. But yet, Yashoda Maya was able to bind. But that rope is not the ropes of macho, it is the ropes of devotion. It is a rope of devotion. So one can bind a rope with the ropes of devotion. Purab Diptidamni, that's the last line of Purab Diptidamni. I mean the ropes is also worshipable. When Krishna was in, when Krishna went to Jaganath, Kurukshetra, when he was in Kurukshetra during Amavasya, he was there. And the Brisbasi also got to know that Krishna is there. And they're all running to go and see Krishna. So they were there. And Krishna was also about to leave Kurukshetra to go back to Dwarka. At that point they saw Krishna. Everybody saw Krishna. Even Radharani also saw Krishna. But Krishna in Jaganath, in Kurukshetra, he was not the same Krishna like in Vrindavan. He was not looking the same. In Kurukshetra, he was like kind of kingly. You know? King. With so many around horses, elephants, army, trumpets, you know. So Radharani was there and Radharani saw Krishna. But she cannot approach Krishna like in Vrindavan. It's not Vrindavan here. This is Kurukshetra, and Krishna is more like majestic, the king, and surrounded by so many Sainik. And Radharani saw and she said, this is my master. This is my same master who stole my heart when I was young. Krishna has also stole your heart, isn't it? That's why you're here. Otherwise you would not be here. Krishna has stolen your heart. So she said, this is my same master who has stolen my heart. And I'm the same Radharani. But I don't like this place here. She used to see Krishna in Vrindavan, but this is like bewildering to her. What is this? And then The Brisbasis understood Radharani's mood. You know, Brisbasis, they are not Krishna conscious. The Radha conscious. Radhe Radhe. Huh? Two times Radhe. There is no Krishna in it. Only Radhe Radhe. One time I was in Parikrama with a group of devotees, Parikrama, and the Brisbasis, the ladies, they were there, they were calling out, Radhe Radhe. Then they also wanted us to respond. Just like when we do Harinam, we also want people to respond, no? To say, when they, hey, Hare Krishna, we want them to say Hare Krishna. So the Brisbasi also, they want us to say something. They were saying, Radhe Radhe. And in our movement, we don't say Radhe Radhe, right? I was thinking what to tell now. And I said, okay, Radhe Shyam. And that lady looked at me. Shyam, ये कौन है? वो मंदिर में रहते हैं. Shyam is in temple. So for them, Radharani is in highest. His mood is good. It's not bad. It's good. Because Radharani is the greatest, highest devotee of Krishna. Madan Mohan, and she is Madan Mohan Mohini. She attracts Krishna. She bewilders Krishna. Whole world is attracted by Krishna, but Krishna is attracted by Radharani. One time I was in Varshana. Who reside there? Srimati? So I was there chanting my rounds, and there was a little girl, small girl. She was dancing, and there was some dakshina I gave her. And I said, she asked me, Babaji, Babaji, where do you come from? I said, I come from Mauritius. Do you like to go to Mauritius? I said, no, 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 Baba. If I go, Radharani will not be happy. That's a training. And then I asked, have you been to Govardhan? I said, yes. Have you been to Nandagaon? I said, no. I said, why? I said, we don't go there. I said, why you don't go? Oh, because of Kana. I said, why? Oh yeah, we don't like to go there because Krishna had promised to get married to Radharani, but then he got married to Rukmini. That's their mood, right? The fight with Krishna. Why Krishna married Radharani? So then the Brisbasi understanding Radharani's mood, what they did, they themselves start to pull a chariot, removing the horses, everything, put the rope, they became the horse and started to pull a chariot to Vrindavan. And that's the original first Jaganath Rath Yatra. Right? So they celebrated in Jaganath Puri. Why? Because also this Jaganath Puri Rath Yatra is Krishna from Dwarka. Rather, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but in the mood of Srimati Radharani, separation from Radharani. But Jaganath is who is Krishna or Dwarka in separation from the Brisbasi, in separation from Radharani, in separation from the inhabitants of Vrindavan. That's why his mood is like this, separation. That's the difference. Jaganath is Krishna from Dwarka, but in separation from the Brisbasi. So they pull Krishna to Vrindavan. That's the first Rath Yatra, original Rath Yatra. So when you see your friend for the first time after 15 years, how do you feel? Excited? No? You're seeing your best friend after 15, 20 years. You become excited, right? Your best friend. Your eyes open, right? Big smile on your face. Oh, you know? So that's the mood, Jaganath form. seeing the Brisbane for so many years. Why Krishna stayed away from them? Because he wanted to increase the love for him. Viraha Nayana Jamuna Are nahi bar Tomara virohe giridhari. In separation from Krishna, tears are flowing from the eyes like Yamuna cascade. No, Yamuna cascading, so much water. Nayana Jamuna Jane Anibar Tomara virohe giridhari. Separation from giridhari, so much tears flowing from the eyes, like torrents of rain. What is another one? From Sikshastakam. Nayanam Galadasru Raya Udalam Gadgada Vidaya Loker Istam Upukara Tavanama Grahane Upishati. You know, it's saying that tears are flowing in separation from the Lord. Yugaitam Nimeshena Chakshusha Yugaya, like one moment is like one yuga. And torrents of rain. So we'll see the separation mood is there very much, even with Mahaprabhu. Even the Goswamis. Hey Radhe Vrajadevike Chalalite Hey Nanda Sunokutaha. Where is Radha? Where is Krishna? Where is this? Where is, you know, are they here on the Govardhan, behind the bush, at the Radhakund? They're always searching. Prabhupada said we should not think that we try to see the Lord. We should not try to see the Lord, but act in such a way that the Lord can see us. It's not that we have this, our perfection, that we have to come to see the Lord, to be with the Lord. But act in such a way that the Lord can see. One time Prabhupada was giving lecture in Parikrama, Kosi somewhere. So instead of listening to classes, not that Prabhupada, it was Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, he was giving class, many devotees. Instead of listening to class, because when you go to that dham, you should be able to listen to classes, then you will understand the dham. Otherwise you will become like tourist, taking pictures without understanding the glories. So, and the devotees, they did not listen to class, they went to see, they went to go to have darshan. Sesha Sai Vishnu. Gurudev is giving class here, but they left, they went for darshan. When they came back, Bhaktisiddhanta asked, so, how was your eyes exercise? Darshan becomes eye exercise. If you don't listen, darshan become only eyes exercising. You know? But Prabhupada was sitting there and he remarked that Prabhupada always liked to listen to classes. So, and then what happened? The news had spread to Dwarka. Rukmini got the news, my husband has been kidnapped. And Rukmini is coming from the Kshatriya, right? Remember, Rukmini wrote a letter. Please, Krishna, come and kidnap me. To say it like that, you know, she must be having a Kshatriya blood, right? This was the first love letter. Guru Maharaj used to say, first love letter, Rukmini sent a letter to Dwarka for Krishna to come and kidnap her. Amazing, you should read this letter, beautiful. And Krishna came and kidnapped her. So, and then Rukmini had to go to Vrindavan to see, to arrest. She actually arrested the Brisbasis of kidnapping my husband. You know, and they were brought to court. And then there was big discussion about kidnapping Krishna. And then Lalita, the gopi, said, Rukmini, you are the biggest chore. You are the biggest thief because Krishna belonged to us. Krishna was born here in Mathura. He was living in Gokul. And then he went to Mathura again. He went to Dwarka. You got married to him, but Krishna belongs to us. That's why he has come. Lalita is a very fiery spokesperson. And then Rukmini was thinking, yes, maybe you're right. Rukmini is saying, our Krishna in Dwarka, although he's in Dwarka, although Dwarka is the most opulent place in Vaikuntha, Dwarka is the most opulent. Dwarka is the most opulent. We have everything. So why Krishna is not so happy there also? He's not completely happy. At night, he dreams. When he dreams, Rukmini is saying, he speaks, he takes the names of the Gopas and the Gopis, Nanda Maharaj, Yasoda, Lalita, Vishaka, Radharani. He's sleeping. In his dream, he's calling his name. And then when I spoke to my husband, Rukmini is saying, he's absent-minded. Have you seen a lady speaking to the husband? Husband is absent-minded. Ah, yeah. You've seen that sometimes. So Krishna is like that. When I speak to him, he is absent-minded. Why is that? Rukmini is asking. Dwarka is most opulent, but still Krishna is not fully happy. He's thinking. Krishna said. Lalita said, that, you think that Dwarka is most opulent. Let me tell you, we also have opulences in Vrindavan. What's the opulences? Chintamani prakara satma sakalpa vriksha laksha vite sisurabi vipalyantam lakshmi sahasta samrama sevyavanam govinamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. They have Chintamani dust. Vrindavan there is dust is not ordinary dust. It is made of Chintamani dust. Prakasarus kalpavriks, they have also desired trees. Kalpavriks. You just, whatever you desire, you will, even mango tree will give you tarbuj. If you desire anything. And then there is also Surabhi cows, give you abundance of milk. This is Vrindavan. The dust is not ordinary dust. One time Akbar came to ask Haridas Swami, Vrindavan some seva. Haridas Swami to Akbar, understand now? He was king in Agra. Aurangzeb before was Akbar. So asked for some service. And Haridas Swami said, you go to Kesighat, one slab is broken. So you just repair that. And Akbar said, okay, that's it. Small service, give me big service. Why small one? Haridas Swami said, no, you do that first. Then we'll give you bigger service. So Akbar went and checked. Before repair, he has to check. And there was some revelation to him. And then he came back and said, I'm sorry, I cannot repair that. Even if I sell my whole kingdom, get the money, I will not be able to repair. Because this is made of Chintamani. How can you repair? And abundance of cows, milk. So this is how Vrindavan is opulent. Chintamani dust, Surabhi cows, and what? Kalpavriks. And the gopis are not attracted. Gopis are very simple villagers. They make milk, dahi, all these products they sell. And parties, gobar parties on the wall. Lakshmi doesn't like to do that. Even Lakshmi, who is very opulent, She wants to take part in Rasa dance. She cannot. Before taking Rasa dance, take part, she has to also be a footballer. Me, never, I won't do that. She's still doing tapasya up to now to be able to enter the Rasa dance because she's full of opulence. You see how Krishna is very attracted to the inhabitants of Brajadham. And this whole concept of this Ratiyatra and the deity Jaganath is not alone. It's to the family, brothers and sisters. Jaganath, Baladev, and Subhadra. And in the middle, Subhadra is very much protected. And many other stories also why this deity is in that form, of Indradumna, King Indradumna. And then asking the sculptor to make the deity with the wood, and the sculptor said that gave me only 15 days, no, 21 days to make it. But the king was so impatient, every day he would hear the carving sound. But then one day, after 15 days, I think, 14 days, he could not hear the sound. He was impatient, he just opened the door. And the sculptor disappeared, and the deity was half finished. And the king was singing, I'm going to commit suicide, I have committed one offense. But the Lord came to his dream and said, no, this is the form I wanted to become. That form is the ecstasy. When Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy, he became round, his hand entered his body, his feet entered his body, So in this form, you won't see the feet and hand of Jaganath. And the Lord wanted to do that form. Very, very merciful. And he's giving his darshan in Jagannath Puri. And Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Srila Prabhupada ki, that we could have Jagannath all over the world. And Jagannath came to America before Prabhupada. You know the story, Malati Mataji? Malati Mataji went to one shop. She stole. She didn't buy. She stole some small deity, wooden. She stole it. And then came to Prabhupada asking, Prabhupada, what is this? When Prabhupada saw it, Prabhupada immediately paid obeisances. And Mataji was surprised. Why Prabhupada offering obeisances? Who is this? And Prabhupada, this is Jaganath. And Mataji did not know that. And Prabhupada said, there was only one there? Maybe it was two more. And then she said, yeah, there were two more. And then she went to the shop, stole them again. And brought them to Prabhupada. And there was no Jaganath at that time in ISCKON. That's how they started the Vatiyatra afterward. Shyam Sundar Prabhu was the first one to sculpt Jaganath. And now at Prabhupada's mercy, we have Jaganath darshan all over the world. In India, non-Hindus cannot enter. I was also forbidden because I'm not from India, I'm from Mauritius. So all time. I've been inside a few times also. And that's when I started speaking Hindi. If they catch me, then I can speak Hindi. One time, who was that? Bhakti Tirtha? Bhakti Tirtha Swami. You know him? He's Black American. So one day he went inside. He was dressed like a South Indian Panda, South Indian priest. You know how they dress like this? No shirt, just covering the head like that. And he was able to have darshan. And no one noticed. He was Black American. Nobody could figure out. And he came out, was so happy. But then what happened? He became big greedy now. He wanted to go and again have darshan. But the next time he went, they spot him. And the Pandas was chasing him, running. But Maharaj was a big runner. He could run fast. They could not catch him. But then he said, because I was maybe second time, one time should have been enough. But I was looking for more. Anyway, that's Leela. So this is, now you're going to be celebrating that, right? So you must remember, you must think it's not an ordinary thing, Jaganath festival. And this festival is meant specially for the devotees. So pulling Krishna from Vrindavan to our heart also. So are we ready to receive him in our heart? So we should get ready also for that. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Jagannatha Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nidai Gautamanande. Do we have time for a question or holding after? Yes.